once I was 7 years old.
Before Lukas Graham's single 7 Years would take the world by storm, topping hundreds of charts and steal the show at the 2016 Billboard Music Awards. Before he had over 800,000 YouTube subscribers, with his videos gaining more than 300 million views.
After we put out the Criminal Mind video, 1 year and 8 months later, we're sitting in New York City.
Before Lukas Graham managed to stay the same down-to-earth guy he always was while touring the world and selling out stadiums.
At home seems really great after touring for 280 days.
Yeah, I have a great bed that I never see. I don't know what my mom looks like anymore.
Before his soulful voice and honest lyrics made us all want to call our parents and tell them we love them. Like, for real. I can't even get in my car without hearing 7 years, and it makes me want to call my mom. Well, Lukas Forchhammer, he grew up in a unique area of Coppenhagen, Denmark, where drugs were sold freely and policing was non-existent. But that didn't stop the poh-poh from raiding their homes and using the liberal district as training grounds. Back at home, he was bumping Dr.Dre and smoking up while writing down lyrics. Now, I've done the Ed Sheeran Before They're Famous here on this channel, and now I'm starting to feel this guy Lukas Graham is the 2.0, at least to record labels. You know what I mean? What's going on, guys? My name is Michael McCrudden, documenting the rise to fame of singer Lukas Graham, here for you on Before They Are Famous. I've also covered other singers like Ed Sheeran and Shawn Mendes, you know, and Adele, and the list goes on and on. Be sure to let me know, as always, in the comments down below who you want me to document next. 7 years old! It's not how it goes.
You had to stop the song at some point, otherwise soon I'll be 100 years old. I'm stuck in a old people's home. Nobody ever visits me because all my friends are dead.
Lukas Graham Forchhammer was born on September 18th, 1988 on his parents' couch in Coppenhagen, Denmark. The same couch his little sister and big sister were born on. His Irish father worked as a garbage handler and eventually a music booker, while his mom was a teacher for special needs children. Very nice. And I love the Irish part. Lukas spent a good chunk of his childhood riding horses and canoeing. His father played Irish folk, and when he heard Lukas singing along, realized his kid had an incredible voice.
Nothing else matters.
He grew up in an area called Christiania, a small self-governing district within the city established back in 1971. It has its own set of laws, justice system, and since it has no police, is very green friendly, if you know what I mean.
Drugs are bad, okay?
He joined the Copenhagen Boys Choir when he was 8, and by the time he was 12 was touring the world with them. Their training was extremely demanding, and while he spent hours singing classical music and choir, back at home he was listening to Dr.Dre while getting high. Goes without saying, Dr. Dre's 2001 album, The Chronic, had a massive influence on young Luke. Truthfully, I too can say the same thing. I remember buying it in Belfast, Ireland, and after I got it home and did the currency calculation, I paid a lot of money. Like $70 Canadian, but it was worth it. Growing up, much like Dre, Lukas's weird environment, it made him not trust the police. They used Christiania as a kind of training area for new recruits, provoking the citizens there. He was 10 when he was first frisked. He saw men shoot people's dogs in front of them, and his family was constantly being threatened with eviction. Huh. Crazy town. He found himself hanging out with drug dealers and gun-wielding thugs. Then when he was 20, he decided to separate himself from that lifestyle. He went and visited friends in South America and New York, writing hundreds of songs along the way. He formed the band Lukas Graham when he came home to Denmark and reconnected with 3 of his high school friends. With Lukas as the frontman, they leaned towards more pop sound with an emphasis on soulful vocals and personal lyrics. Lukas' father booked them shows for the first 6 months, then on September 2011, they uploaded a rehearsal video to Facebook, and the video, it went viral. Ooh, I love when that happens, it gets me so excited.
I can't describe what you've been through, but you're gone.
The one-take video got hundreds of thousands of views and made them an underground hit in Copenhagen. Soon they were signed by Coppenhagen Records and had hundreds of fans flooding the small venue they were performing at. They released their first album in 2012 and began touring Europe. Their 2 breakout single, Drunk in the Morning and Better Than Yourself, went to #1. Lukas was in the middle of touring when he received some devastating news. On Friday, September 8, 2012, Lukas' tour manager told him his father had passed away from a heart attack. He immediately drove from Berlin back home and stayed with his family for as long as he could.
But it is a successful breaking of the heart that happens every morning when you wake up.
In 2013, he started gaining traction globally, and Warner Brothers Records signed the band. They made the jump to America and released their Blue album in 2015. The single, 7 Years Old, went on to become their biggest hit yet. And I think it's going to be the song of the year.
I hope my children come and visit once or twice a month. Soon I'll be
I'm sorry, but that song really makes me feel a certain way. As for the rest of the story, well, you know the story because this is before they're famous. My name's Michael McCrudden. We do all sorts of celebrity bios on here. You've probably seen a few of them. Let me know who you want to hear about next. Also, I have Twitter. If you guys want to get at me, I pretty much see all your tweets because I'm not that popular on there. So let's change that. Go follow me. See you guys in another video.
Because drugs are bad, okay?